What if the material world we live in is not a creation of a benevolent God, but rather a flawed, imperfect design of a lesser divine being? This is the thought-provoking question that sets the stage for our exploration today into the world of Gnosticism, a religious and philosophical movement that emerged in the 1st century AD. Gnosticism, derived from the Greek word gnosis, meaning knowledge, is not a single belief system, but rather a collection of religious ideologies and philosophies. It was a popular belief in the early centuries of the Christian era, challenging the orthodox Christian doctrines with its radical ideas. The story begins in the 1st century AD, with the rise of various religious and philosophical movements in the Mediterranean region. Gnosticism was one of these movements, and it emerged out of the complex religious milieu of the time, which was a melting pot of Jewish, Christian, Greek, and Eastern influences. The central tenet of Gnosticism is the belief in a dualistic cosmology, which posits a stark divide between the spiritual and the material realms. According to the Gnostics, the spiritual realm is the true, perfect world, created by the supreme God, while the material world is a flawed, imperfect creation of a lesser divine being, often referred to as the demiurge. The demiurge, in Gnostic thought, is a malevolent or misguided entity who believes himself to be the true God and seeks to keep human beings trapped in the material world, ignorant of their spiritual origins and potential. This is a radical departure from the mainstream Christian belief in a single benevolent God who created the world out of love. The Gnostics saw themselves as the bearers of a secret knowledge or gnosis about the true nature of reality. This gnosis was not an intellectual understanding, but a direct experiential knowledge that could lead to spiritual liberation from the material world. The Gnostics believed that through this gnosis, they could reunite with the supreme God and escape the illusion of the material world. Over the centuries, Gnosticism has faced opposition and persecution from mainstream Christian authorities, who saw it as a heretical threat to their doctrines. Many Gnostic texts were destroyed, and Gnostic teachings were suppressed. However, some texts survived and were rediscovered in the 20th century, giving us valuable insights into this fascinating belief system. In summary, Gnosticism is a complex and diverse religious and philosophical movement that emerged in the 1st century AD. It posits a dualistic cosmology with a stark divide between the spiritual and the material realms. It challenges mainstream Christian doctrines with its belief in a flawed, imperfect world created by a lesser divine being, and its emphasis on gnosis or secret knowledge as the path to spiritual liberation. Gnosticism, with its radical ideas and its emphasis on personal experiential knowledge, continues to intrigue and inspire seekers of truth even in the 21st century. It invites us to question our assumptions about reality and to seek a deeper, more profound understanding of our place in the universe. So as we navigate through our lives, perhaps it's worth pondering, what if the world as we know it is not all that there is? What if there's a deeper, hidden reality waiting to be discovered?